right, guys. Um, what's good? So look, this is gonna be part two to the quote unquote 3-part series that I have for basically videos that I want to do for my 1 year anniversary. All right. I already recorded one. This is part two. The first one was things for new YouTubers slash streamers. When it doesn't matter what platform you're on, right? This one is gonna be 5 tips on what to avoid while being a streamer. Okay. And these are not like quote unquote things that have to do with your audio settings or your quality. Like those are things that you learn as you stream, or some things that you research before you even start streaming. You know what I'm saying? To make sure your audio is good, because that's what's gonna keep people there. They're gonna make you. You always want to make sure your audio and your quality is good. That's gonna probably be another video for a later day, or you could watch people who've done videos on that, because there's plenty of them on YouTube. This is more of like I've been a streamer for a year now. Stuff that's happened on stream that have to deal with other people, personalities, um, attitudes, and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna start with number 5 and work my way all the way up to number 1. Okay. So number 5 is never be disrespectful to anyone. Okay. Or don't be disrespectful to anyone. Not never, because sometimes you might have to, and there's only a specific time where it's okay. And I'm not saying it's okay to ever be disrespectful to anybody. That's not what I meant. I meant if somebody's disrespecting you, people say take the high road, blah blah this, blah blah that. Or if somebody's disrespecting somebody you know, or somebody you're playing with, there's always times where you can fight back. You know what I'm saying? And it's happened on stream plenty of times. Y'all know me. I try to be family friendly. And I mean, I pretty much do say some words every stream, but most of the time it's not at people. It's more because of me just naturally saying stuff, but I always try to catch myself. So there's that, you know what I'm saying? But you always trying to make sure that you don't be disrespectful to anyone. And without trying to speak in circles, is if you treat everybody with respect, you get respect back, and vice versa. Okay? That's just supposed to be a natural human being thing to do, is to always treat people with respect. Okay? Number 4, don't always expect support. Okay? And this one and the next one kind of go hand in hand, but when I got on and people come into streams and stuff, most of the time they come in, and not everybody's gonna come in and just be, I'm gonna follow you, I'm gonna sub to you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Not everybody's there to do that. And more so judging you than anything else. And not to take that word into context, but they come in and first thing they're gonna do is see you or whatever game you're playing. So that's the things that you always want to take into consideration. But it's also like how are you, you know what I'm saying, as a person, and what are you doing on the game. So just remember that not every, like, don't always expect support. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get support, and you're gonna know who's there. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to number 3, because number 3 is pretty much ties into this. Number 3 is not everybody is your friend. So me being a streamer, I met other streamers by accident, and sometimes it was like some people I already knew were streamers. You know what I'm saying? Before I started streaming, you always got to remember that not everybody's your friend. I've met plenty of people who were way higher than me when I first met them, and either now we're in the same level or I surpassed them. And it's not just numbers wise. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean as a person. I don't mean anything like I'm better than them. Blah blah blah. It's just that there's a human trait out there, not new, but it's a human trait out there that a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't hide, and that's called envy, jealousy. So people will get jealous. People will get mad that you either are quote unquote doing better than them, or because they haven't been able to quote unquote best, get whatever it is. Like they might have been YouTube longer than a year, and this is my 1 year anniversary, and I already got more subscribers, more video time, whatever the case may be. It has nothing to do with you. And don't let it be about you. You know what I'm saying? Avoid it. Like, don't treat people the same way. If somebody's doing harm, like not showing you the love that you show them, then it is what it is. Just, you know, you can always, that's choice. That's your choice. You show them love. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything wrong by being another supporter to them. But if they're not showing you love back, that's really a dumb thing. That's not a you thing. You know what I'm saying? And as a new streamer, I had to learn that the hard way. And then you realize sometimes you'll go in on stream and they'll come into your chat and they'll say slick stuff like, "Hey, bro, you know," because this happens, and you know, the only thing you want to do is, against, I say, be very respectful. Just be like, "Hey, bro, you know, hey man, you at 700 subscribers, you're not gonna pass me." Like, "Oh well, I'm about to." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about being disrespectful. It's also about, like, don't let them come in your chat, you know, trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And at the end of the day, there's people out there that are like that, but not everybody's like that too. And you will know who supports you 100%. So, number 2, and this is a big one. Before I get to number 1, number 2 is, don't let anyone tell you how to run your stream. Okay? So there's always gonna be you know, I wouldn't say people, but there's always gonna be some kind of backlash to what you're doing. Blah blah. No matter who you are, what you're streaming, there's always some kind of backlash to what you're doing. It's the internet. The internet literally lives for that. So if you, "Hey man, why are you streaming this?" "Because I want to." "Hey man, why don't you do it like this?" "Because I don't want to." It is what it is. This is how you do it. This is your choice to do how you want to stream, and this is your decision. It has nothing to do with nobody else. If they don't like it, they can leave, and if they want to stay there and support you, they will. Or if they want to stay there and watch it, they will. It is what it is. It has nothing to do. It's all about choice and what you want to do. Okay. And number 1, and there's a big one, and actually I'm gonna pull up some stuff for this one, because I want you guys to see this. So when I pull this up, give me a second. I want to go ahead and pull this up real quick, because this one requires y'all to actually see some numbers, and I'm gonna do this very quickly once I can actually pull it up. Let me see. Hold on. See more. And then go to, alright, right here. So the reason why I'm pulling this up, and if you give me a second, I will have the whole thing up. Display, boom, got it. So I want you guys to see this for a reason. A lot of people, especially on YouTube, but streamer wise and in general, get caught up in numbers. So number 1 is, and this is a big one, and I always want to make sure I stress this out, is don't get caught up in numbers. Okay? Because this is the main reason right here. For a year, now I've been on YouTube now for a year. My first stream was a week after I started my YouTube channel, so my first year of streaming would be December 4th. Okay? I started this channel on my birthday last year, which is today. Which is today. So I have 325,161 views from people that are not subscribed, and I got 13,745 from people who are subscribed. So the reason why I'm putting these numbers out there is that 95% of the people who watch me are not subscribed. Why am I telling you this? It's because you don't want to get caught up in those numbers. That shit does not matter. It never will matter. It just matters that I got people that subscribe. That's all that matters. If you was looking in depth in this, you would get mad like, "Dang, bro, what the heck? Why are people just watching me and not subscribing?" That's going to be a constant question that you're always going to ask yourself. And to be blatantly honest, is because people choose not to subscribe. It is what it is. So without trying to be that person to just beat around the bush, and you know, I'm not going to be that on YouTube. I never will be. I'm not going to be the person that's trying to politically be correct. I'm not that person who's going to try to hold their tongue. I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can. Do not get caught up in stuff like this. I put this one up here specifically as because to show you that I really skyrocketed within like a 3-month period. I went from like 150 subscribers to like 600 subscribers in a matter of 2 months. So I was like well on my way to hit 1,000. But right around the end of July, I kind of stopped getting anything. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't doing anything different. YouTube does stuff different when it comes to the algorithm, and you're gonna hear that word a lot, algorithm. You don't have to worry about that word. You don't have to worry about anything that has to do with anything that doesn't have to do with you streaming. Just you keep streaming. That's it. You keep streaming. You keep putting out your content, your videos. People will find you. Other than that, you just gotta stop looking at this. I tell people, do not stress yourself over the numbers. Once you see that you did something really, really well, continue doing that. That's it. It might, like I said, I started continuing to do it. It started peaking. I look like the little monitor thingy at the hospital that checks your heart rate. Boop, 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 boop. I'm trying to be funny, but at the end of the day, sometimes this happens, and it happens a lot. And sometimes you might get 1,000 subs in a day. Some people don't have the same success as other people, but at the end of the day, there's millions of gamers out there. There's millions of streamers out there. Just keep doing you. You're gonna be fine. So that's why I made this number one, because I wanted to go a little bit in depth. I probably would do another video talking about the numbers and all that stuff later on, and going more in depth on this. And that'll probably be like a video that I do for people who want to know, like, what are the numbers for YouTubers when they do certain stuff. You know, I'll come up with something when it comes to a video like this. But I wanted to show this specifically for just this tip in general, because around this time of the year, July, August, September, I was really questioning, like, what am I doing wrong? I ain't doing nothing wrong, because I wouldn't have gotten this spike in the first place if I was doing something wrong. But that's the thing. Don't question yourself. You don't need to. It has nothing to do with you. This is all a system. Let the system work. It's gonna work. It's gonna continue to do what it's doing. So, without trying to speak in tongues and keep going on and on and on about this, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of tips of what to avoid when you're trying to be a YouTuber / streamer. This one is most specifically on YouTube, because those numbers don't come like this for other platforms when it comes to algorithms and stuff. So other than that, guys, I got one more video that's gonna come out after this one, and it's gonna be a motivational video, and it's gonna be really like a thank you to everybody who has been here for the year that I've been on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. Be safe.